Hi, I'm Deb, and this is One More Whip. This is my very first YouTube video, and I'm a little bit nervous. I have to admit, I've spent the last half hour trying to find a spot to focus so that it looks like I'm looking into the camera because of the way my phone is set up. I've had a hard time figuring it out because it's nowhere near my own face. So I'm actually looking right there to make it look like I am talking to you. Anyway, nervous. Did I say I was nervous? I want to start by saying that I'm excited to be here. I have been thinking about doing this for quite a while, and this morning I just decided if I don't do it today, I just won't do it. So here goes. I've been thinking about doing this for a while, and I struggled with a few things. I don't make my own patterns, but I'm really good at following other people's. I am not a fast crocheter, so I don't have a whole lot of whips to show people or finished objects. I don't buy lots of different kinds of yarn to be able to show you. I'm not a lot of the reasons you go to YouTube, I'm not those people. So here you're not going to find tutorials. You're not going to find, you might find a yarn review now and then. I didn't love some yarn I used yesterday, but I'll be talking to the store about that, not you guys. So I was wondering, what in the world can I even offer anybody on YouTube? And so I'm going to go back to why my channel is named what it's named. I am a person who works on one project at a time, except I keep one in my car so that I'm not taking my big project with me, but I have something to work with if I'm waiting for anything. It's a very simple project which requires no thought, so that I don't have to keep anything straight in my head or worry about tension or anything like that. So if I only have one whip going at a time in here, what in the world is One More Whip about? I'm the whip. I am a work in progress. We all are. I'll never be a finished object. I'm 52 years old, and I have discovered a lot about myself in the process of crocheting. I have crocheted quite a while, but like I said, in that amount of time, crochet has never been a creative outlet for me. I'm not a super creative person. I don't know what that's about. I'm just not gifted that way, but I can follow a pattern, so I can make some pretty things. And I think too many times people feel like, well, I'm not making patterns. I'm not making 8 new things a week. I'm not doing this. I'm not, really doing a whole lot, but you are doing a whole lot. One of the things I've realized in my crocheting process is that I am not a project-driven person. I am a recipient-driven person. I don't crochet just to be crocheting something. is. I yes, I do. And maybe someday I'll share that. Because that's just something else I've learned in my process. I need to know it's going somewhere. And that's what matters to me. I don't, one time I found a pattern that I loved enough that I thought, ooh, I'm making this one for me. And it was after I had made it for somebody else. So, I'm sure that'll come up in future videos. But back to why I decided to make this channel. Not this past Christmas of 2020, but yes, this past Christmas of 2020, I made blankets for my mother, my grandmother, and my 3 sisters. And I decided that that was what I was going to be doing for Christmas back in 2019. And that was a huge undertaking. But it's what I wanted to do. And so because I am a recipient-driven person, the pattern I use meant something, and the yarn even that I used mattered, and the colors, because it was for that person. And I had no sort of stash to speak of. I had a couple hooks at home I liked, and so everything that I was making, I had to go shopping for. And I'm not a person who knows, oh, I need this many grams of yarn or this many yarn. I just started buying yarn, and I needed to buy enough to make sure that I could finish it without going back. So I bought this yarn, and it was in a tub, and I hated it. And so I started working on these projects, and I got to my granny's blanket, and I wanted to put a flower on it, but her blanket was all white, and it needed red flowers on it, but I didn't want them to have to go through the wash, so I made it so they could be buttoned off and on. And so I was looking for something that I could do along those lines, and so I did a YouTube search, and I found Crystal at Bag O' Day, and I subscribed immediately after I went through that tutorial, and she would talk about other YouTubers, and so I would go look at them, and I subscribed to a few of those, and pretty soon, instead of watching television while I was crocheting, I was listening to YouTubers, and that was a big deal for me in 2020. I'm a person who really needs to feel connected to other people, and 2020 is not so far removed from us that we don't remember how hard it was to just shut ourselves down and to all of a sudden be disconnected. And I was really having a hard time. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do this. I was really, really having a hard time just being okay, being so disconnected from other people. But these YouTubers were sitting there in front of me speaking my language, and they were company. They were an outside voice who shared something in common with me, and it meant a lot to have those voices. And the whole school through Zoom and meeting through Zoom, that's just like the worst thing ever. Just felt more disconnected. But to be in somebody's craft room and crocheting with them was a big deal for this person here. And it brought back memories for me of my Aunt Barbara teaching me to quilt and sitting with her and just talking while we're moving thread in and out of fabric, and going to our church would have, I didn't even know this as a kid, it had its very own quilt room with this huge quilt, and the older ladies would sit around this quilt just throwing stitches into this thing and talking. And it was lovely having that time together with other people. And so I guess that's kind of what this channel is going to be. Just connecting people through a screen, as weird as that sounds. Just being a voice while a hook and yarn move through your hands. Maybe a little company, maybe a little bit of the outside world coming into your living room and letting you know that you're not alone. So that's what this channel is going to be, for a while anyway. Like I said, I don't know what it will be in the future, but that's what it's going to be for now. A little bit about me. I'm married. I have 4 kids and a grandbaby. Not a grandbaby, he's 5 years old, but I call him my grandbaby. He's wonderful. I'm sorry. My cat is chewing on my tripod right now. 2 cats and a dog, and life is crazy. Life is crazy. Right now, that's my dog. The sun is just now coming up. It is about 5:40 in the morning. That's about the only time I can record this because things get loud when kids wake up. So, she's trying to get comfortable in a crate. Yeah, so that's what this channel is going to be for now. If things will change, things grow. Work in progress, right? And I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are, and that today, you know, there's somebody out there who's thinking about you. Have a good one.